So now we have completed our style guide. We've got our logo, our fonts, our color palette. Now we want to grab that information that we have, and we want to input it into Divi and into WordPress so that we can now use it all over our website. Okay, I'm going to move my face to the right here. So first of all, let's upload our color palette. So here we're going to go to Divi in the sidebar, go to theme options. Now, Divi theme options, there's a whole bunch of settings here that you can use, and you can, have a look through all these settings if you want. We've got another training here which goes through all of these options. We're not going to go through them now. I'm just going to show you how you can upload your colors to the default palette. What we're going to do is we're going to leave black and white here because they're very common colors, so you'll probably be using them throughout your website anyways, so we'll leave those two. We'll just be changing the colors of these rainbow ones here. So let's go back to our color palette. Now we want to grab each of these hex codes and put them into that color palette. I'll show you how to do that. You could click on this color and then click on here and then click on new color and then grab the hex code and then click copy. Or if you have added your hex code here, then you can just grab it from here. That might be easier. It's up to you. Either way, it'll do the same thing. I just hit Command C or Control C for copy, and I'm going back to my tab. You're going to be switching back and forth through different tabs like this. It's a really good practice to get used to using tabs instead of windows. So I know that people kind of like to use different windows. So I'm just going to open up a new window and show you. So you see here, there's two windows. This is each one of these browsers is a window. So that's what we're talking about when we say a new window. It can be really hard to switch back and forth from things when we're going from this one to that one. And one of the easier ways to do that is through changing tabs. So if there's a new page that you want to open up, there's a plus button on the top right hand side here, which allows you to open a new tab. And then you can just go to whatever website you want, and the way that you can switch through these tabs is by clicking them up here. And it's a really great way, a really fast way to get things done, and it will really speed up your workflow if you make that change as soon as possible. Okay, so we want to change this red one. We've copied the hex code to our clipboard. We want to highlight that and then go Command V or paste. Click off it, and now it is that color that is our color palette, our main brand color. So let's go back. Dark accent, that's this mustard color. Copy this one here. So I clicked over to the orange one and then paste and then click off. Now it's saved there. Let's go back here. We'll grab the dark shade. I need to add in a hashtag there. Copy. Theme options. Go to this yellow one, the next one. Paste. Oh, it looks like I have missed a letter there, which can be easy to do. There we go. Light accent. Copy. Paste it into this green one. And finally, light shade. There we go. Put it into blue. And we currently don't have anything for the purple, so we can just leave it as that if we want. or I can just change it to like just a black, so it doesn't stand out and make my color palette look weird. So now we have done that color palette, we can go up here and we click Save Changes. If you make any changes to Divi theme options, if you want to keep those changes, always click Save Changes here, otherwise it won't save. So now that's saved, and your color palette is now your default palette. You'll be able to use it all throughout your time building your website. And now you know where to change it if you ever change your color palette. Now what we're going to do is we're going to upload our logo to our menu, because if you go visit the site, and I'll show you how to visit the site, if you just hover over the top left hand corner of the WordPress bar, over the little house icon, and go to visit site, then you can visit site. And I'll show you how to do this the way that I think is the best way. If you right click, go open link in new tab. So now it's going to go to your homepage, and here it is. So you see here it's got the Divi logo. It's kind of a crappy logo. We don't want to have it. We want to have our logo so that it looks good. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding it there. So this is where we do it. But before we upload our logo, we want to make sure that every single image that we upload to our website has been compressed. And there is a video that we've got called How to Compress Your Images with Tiny PNG. So if you don't know how to do that, definitely go and watch that video. But I'm going to show you how you, I'm going to go through it now, because it's really important that we compress all of our images. Compression is basically making the file size as small as possible. So instead of it being a megabyte or 3 megabytes for an image, which can, if you have lots of images on your website, takes a long time to download, so it's going to make your page slower to load. It compresses it, so it makes it just a few bytes, or 100, 200, 300 bytes or something like that, which is going to be much faster. But the quality of the image is still good. So you can just drop your JPEG or PNG files in here. So here I'm going to find those logo designs, website. Let's have a look. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 4 ones. And I want to highlight them all. I'm just going to drag them all in like that. So here they were 10 kilobytes, 13 kilobytes, 13, and they've dropped down almost by half. So that's good. That's going to make our website run faster. So here, go to download all. I highly recommend that you save this, save tiny PNG in your bookmarks bar, because you might be using it quite a lot if you are building your website. I recommend that you do use it. So here, let's go back. I downloaded it and saved it into the same folder. And here we go. These are the compressed images. So I'm just going to delete all those. Drag these back in. Don't need that folder anymore. So here are all my logos. I'm going to upload all of these to my website, because you know what, I might need them at different stages, even though I'm not going to be adding all of them, but I'll upload all of, at least I won't need all of them in my menu, but I might need all of them when I'm just building my website. Okay, but for now, we're in the logo section, and we can just go upload. Now I want to upload numerous files. I can also, you know, just drop and drag like this. I like dragging and dropping. You can see there are a bunch of images already here. It's because we use this template often. Okay, so here Motorbike Hero. I'm going to use this one here, this first one that we're looking at. And I'm going to give it an alt text of Motorbike Hero. Motorbike Hero logo. Maybe we can call it dark because it's the dark version. Maybe we'll just copy and paste these and set as logo. We're going to go save changes because any changes we do in the Divi theme options we want to save. Now let's go back to our homepage, refresh the page, click this little refresh button, and here we go. Motorbike Hero. That is now our logo in our menu, which is looking pretty good. Okay, so what we've done is we've added our logo, we've added our brand colors. Now we want to change some of the theme defaults. Now this bit's going to be a bit weird, and we're going to need to go to some places that we've never been before, but that's okay. We're not going to need to go to this place very often. We pretty much set this up once and then we leave it. So follow me. Where we want to go is we want to go to Appearance, Customize. Actually, we'll go to Theme Editor. Is it Theme Editor? No, actually, we want to go to... Okay, Appearance, Customize. I was right the first time. So what we're doing here is there are a number of global styles that that WordPress has automatically set for us. What we want to do is we want to override them and put our colors in there. And yeah, let's just go in and have a look. So first, let's start at General Settings, Site Identity, Tagline. So we might call this something like Motorbike Hero. So that's the site title. We'll change that. Tagline. I don't have one, but maybe we can go service your motorbike, or learn to service your motorbike. Or how about motorbike maintenance for heroes? There we go. This here, site icons. You can actually add a square icon to this, and it's going to pop up up here where it has this little WordPress icon. You see that tiny little icon up there? You can customize it to your own image. So let's just select site icon. And how about we make it this? We could maybe make it white. Let's do it white. Let's give it an alt text as well. Like Hero Square logo white. Just copy more in there, select. Okay, you can't see it because it's white. That kind of looks kind of crappy. You know, looking at it like that, it might look good where I've got my dark purple, but I don't think it's going to look good on a light one. So I'm going to get rid of that, change my mind, select site icon. Let's try that again. Motorbike Hero Square logo square dark. There we go. Do I want to crop it? Maybe I will crop it. I don't think I can crop it. That's okay. I think that's fine. Skip cropping. And here we go. So now you can see that little side icon is up there. It's tiny, but you can still see it. So if you want to publish that and you're all happy with that, you click on publish. Now let's go back and do some more. Layout settings. Website content width, 1080 is pretty good. Website gutter width, I like this to number 2. What that does is it changes the spacing in between the different modules. It might be a little bit challenging to understand, but I would recommend that you start with 2. Section height, row height, that's fine. Theme, accent, color. Let's change this because this is an ugly color, which this means that whenever you have a link on your website in text, like a text, you want to link it to another page or another website, it's going to make it turn blue. So we don't want that unless your accent color is blue. That's your branding. But we will change it to our favorite brand color. So we'll grab that hex code. Make sure that this is a bright color. You want it to stand out. I know that this isn't the brightest color, but if you compare it to the other colors that we're going to have, which are very neutral, it's the strongest and brightest color. Okay, so happy with that? Publish. Let's go back. Typography. So body text size, I'm going to change it to 16. So easier to read. Gonna keep all this. Now, default theme font. What do we want to have it as? Now, for the header, my header was called Mixer. Let's see if it exists. I've got to scroll all the way down to M. And it doesn't exist. So what are we going to do? I don't know. I'm going to have to find out a different way. For body, what did we choose? We chose Stellar. Now let's see if Stellar exists. It doesn't exist. That's okay. Don't worry about it because we can add new fonts later on. Oh, we can't do it here. That's fine. So body link color, let's change it back to this one. Body text color, I personally like black, not grey. I think it makes it look more bold and easier to read. That's just personal preference. And there we go. We'll publish that. And background color. I'm going to change this to clear, white actually. Just keep it white. You're not really going to see background a lot. Don't add a background image here. Just keep this to white. You won't be, if you want to put backgrounds like this, like blue or whatever your color is, or images in the background, this is not the place to do it. So do it when you are adding new sections using the Divi Builder. This is not the Divi Builder. These are just site-wide settings for WordPress. I know it's a bit weird, but just hang in there with me. Header and navigation, because once we set these things up once, you don't really need to go back to them. You can still edit anything that you want on your site, but this is just setting some defaults. And this will also save you some time in the future, because once you've set it as a default, then you don't actually have to change it later because it's, so here we go. Header styles. Centered. Look, so you've got your logo in the center and you've got your menu underneath. It's up to you. Centered inline logo. You might like it in the center. I think that looks kind of cool. Oops. What was the other one? Slide in. So it's a 3 little hamburger thingy. They call it a hamburger thing, and then this slides in. You can see it's already set it to our color, our brand color. You might like that. And then we've got full screen. So when we click on this, it's a full screen. All right. Then you can also hide navigation until scroll, but not a fan of that. So what are we going to do? I might have centered inline logo, but you can do whatever you like. Primary menu bar. So now we're going to change some of the things about this primary menu bar. 14, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can change the logo max height if you don't like it that big. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. Maybe we'll just keep it at that. Okay, text color. I'm going to make it just black, like that. Actually, I'm going to make this is transparency. So the more further you go down, the more transparent it is. The more you go up, the more not transparent it is. Opacity. Active link color. Let's put it back to our favorite brand color. We'll do the drop down line menu color. For example, if I click on this and services has a number of different services in a drop down box, this is the line it's going to pop up. So I recommend that you do it your color. And see here, I've been adding in the hex code. I didn't need to do that because look here, our color palette is there for us to just pick and choose whatever color we want from our color palette. So I don't even need to keep that hex code anymore because it's always going to be here. So here I'm just going to make it full black again, and there, and happy with that. If you don't like the logo at all, you can click something like that and it can disappear, but I think logo is good. Don't need to worry about secondary menu bar. Fixed navigation settings. Here as well, I would change these. So pick that your main color. Secondary active menu link color. It's just good to just set these things and get rid of that opacity. All right. Header elements. Search icon. Do we want a search icon? If you like it, then we'll keep it in. If you don't like it, take it out. If you want social icons, you know, it doesn't look like they're popping up because we don't have any yet set up. But let's keep the search icon. If you want to have your phone number, it might pop up somewhere, but maybe not. I don't like to have that there. So let's go back. Footer. You know what? I'm not going to change the footer at the moment because we have a section that is for your footer, so we'll leave that one out. Buttons. Button style. I'm just going to leave these ones here because we can create our own default styles using the Divi builder. I'm going to leave all of this. Color schemes, we don't need to do that. There's nothing there, nothing there. Home page settings. Your home page displays a static page. Posts page. Posts page, we don't want anything there. So that's all set up correct. And that's pretty much it. That's all that you need to do for this section here. So let's hit the publish button. And it's published. So you may not see any massive changes that this does, but that is fine. We don't need to make any massive changes there, just changing the default styles. Okay, so let's get out of that now. And we're back in here. All right, so what we have done in this lesson is we've added our color palette to the Divi theme options here. So now we can use our color palette all over our website. We've added our logo so that our logo has popped up here, and let me refresh the page. will pop up every single time you have a new tab open on your website. What we've also done is we have gone into the appearance, and we have changed we haven't changed the fonts, but we've done a few customizations to the defaults of the website. I will show you in the next video how you can upload a custom font, because obviously that is an issue that comes up. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.